Well, mixed reactions. Wake me up when September begins because then we're going to, I think at that point, have regular season football. It's Ian and Casey. We have a very empty ho participant list today. Just a bunch of stuff came up with everybody, but yeah, again, it's just me and Casey. What's up today, Casey?
Man, this feels like old days, Ian. It's just you and I.
Yeah, no, that's it was me, you, and Sean, but then there'd be a few times where it was just you and I. But I mean, other than that, Justin's been on just about every time since. So hopefully everything is good with him. Hopefully he does like Sean and just pops in like John Cena at the '08
I
Royal
would like
Rumble.
that.
Um, one thing that I liked before I want to get talking about anything else, Ty Simpson. Man, that dude balled out of his mind. What was it, 21 for 25? He's going to be the clear. I mean, we picked him in the first round, so I think everybody knew he was going to be the number two, but I don't even think it's a battle between him and Stetson Bennett at this point. Um,
No, no.
yeah, I mean, I think he's going to be our number two. I mean, we had some opportunities in the in that game, but ultimately, I liked what I saw, especially from, like I said, from Ty Simpson.
Yeah, I mean, especially you never want to like count your chickens, especially in a preseason game. But like you said, he went 21 for 25. He looked exceptionally well rolling to the right on play action passes. That was something he seemed to excel at over the course of that preseason game. He had a few five-step dropbacks that he looked really good on as well. His accuracy was on point. He didn't really make any what I would call rookie mistakes. And I know it's a preseason game, so it doesn't mean anything because most of the defenders that were on the field against him aren't going to be in the league, and if they are, they'll be third and fourth stringers. But you could say the same thing about the offense that he was orchestrating with the
Hmm.
players surrounding him. Most of them also won't be on an NFL roster either, and he still played exceptionally well.
Yeah, like you said, just don't, it's especially with it being preseason, it is hard to, or it'll cost you dearly if you count your chickens before they hatch. But not a bad start at all. Obviously we beat the Chiefs. Excuse me. We're gonna open up the season in Australia against San Francisco. And one thing that I wanted to ask because we're gonna have a lot of, it's just the two of us as of right now. We're gonna have a lot of time. What's the next place that you want to see them expand for or to play an NFL game? Sorry.
I think they've touched pretty much all the bases that we want them to.
I don't think they've done one in Africa, but I don't know how big of a fan base they have. They've done Mexico a shitload of times.
Yeah, they've done Mexico. They've done Berlin now. They've done Brazil. They went over to London. They've done Ireland too, if I'm not mistaken, haven't they?
Yes. Um, Scotland would be cool and see all
Scotland.
the
Yeah.
Patriots. Uh,
Um, if you touched on Ty Simpson, I want to touch on the Cowboys preseason game. It was
mhm.
of course they had a 17-7 victory over the Seattle Seahawks. Um, 57,000 people in attendance for a preseason game. So shout out to the city of Seattle. They show up for their Seahawks. One standout that I noticed in that particular game on Dallas, um, Camden Brown, an
I heard about how
undrafted.
they were talking about him on the radio. I haven't seen highlights, but they were talking about him.
When you if you have a free device handy, so you know what to reference it, look up his two touchdown receptions. Both of them absolutely phenomenal plays. He goes up and he gets the ball. His hands are very strong. Just I think if he ends up making this roster, which I can get into why I think he might and he might not, just based on a
Mhm.
few different things. Um, but check those out just for the. It'll only take you 20 seconds.
Yeah, no, I'm actually looking it up right now, and just while I am, I mean, when you have what you do with Dallas, okay, let me see how well this will work. Share. You know what? Maybe if I just, you know what? Fuck it, yeah. Okay, there we go. Can you see it?
Yep.
Well, not with the ball. Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry. I was watching again.
So this is the first one. You can see the ball's kind of underthrown, and he goes up in between two defenders and makes the catch for the touchdown.
That was crazy. They're gonna show a replay of this one, I bet. Sam Howell with the throw. Let's see. Look at the speed of him too. Mm. And yeah, the way he was able to maneuver his body too, with another guy oncoming is a big thing.
Absolutely was. Just great sense of awareness when it came to the ball. Obviously, great hands to be able to fight in between the defender for it. Great body positioning too, because he was able to almost like a basketball player box out his defender from the backside.
Yeah, no, he did. He made it to where he was the only one that and then the strength to hang on. And let's see the second one right here.
Oh, this isn't the touchdown catch, but that's okay. It'll show it. Don't worry. Right here.
This this must be it. Woo! Ooh, wait a minute, hold on. Shh, man.
So those are the two big highlights that I noticed from him, and he just had a solid game, like overall, of course. But those two highlights stand out in particular. Um, and here's where the dilemma comes in, right? So where does he fit in Dallas's offense if they were to keep him? Which, if he continues to play like this in the preseason, you can't really justify getting rid of him.
Hmm.
But obviously, you have CeeDee Lamb, you have George Pickens. Ryan Flanoy really emerged last year as a really good receiver three. And you still have Cavante Turpin, which I think you could relegate Turpin back to just special teams and get away with it. But he could also be that home run threat for going deep every once in a while. Um, I really like what I saw from this kid, but I don't know if it's worth sacrificing the development that I've seen from Ryan Flanoy at the wide receiver three spot.
Hmm.
Because obviously, as a rookie this year, if he does make the roster, he's not going to take number one and number two away from Lamb and Pickens. So it's either going to be wide receiver three or wide receiver four, wherever they want to fit him. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, when did he get drafted?
He's undrafted.
He's undrafted? Damn, I didn't know
Yep.
that. No, yeah, no, because just going through, because you're right. He's not going to take CD Lamb's spot. He's not going to take Pickett's spot. Flournoy is the only other person. Uh, if he would be able to get in there as wide receiver three, but like you said, that would kind of be sacrificing his development for a guy that had some nice catches, but is still largely a question mark, and that's no shot at him. It's just when you're making these decisions, especially um when if you can add to this receiver core for Dallas, I mean, you're talking about legendary proportions about how good they're going to be. It's a decision worth thinking twice about, and I definitely uh understand and agree with where you're coming from.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man, where I'm going to trust the front office to make the best decision. They have the game coming up Saturday against Arizona, so I'm interested to see how he plays in that game as well. I want to see his production over the rest of the preseason, and hopefully they make the right decision from there. Was there anything that stood out to you in the preseason in week one that made, obviously for you, the being a Rams fan, the Ty Simpson thing, but anything else, like as far as just being a football fan in general, that kind of made you sit back and say, this is something worth paying attention to?
Uh, trying to think. Well, for some reason, Sean Payton had to make a snarky ass comment that NFC South rivalry never dies about the Falcons. He said, "Man, they have a bunch of fans in here dressed as seats." It's like it's a preseason game, bro. Chill the fuck out. You got suspended for a year.
Sure.
Um,
So two things for me that kind of stuck out, and one of them was, did you see the blitz that Brian Flores drew up that got Jackson Dart absolutely annihilated on one of the drives, and he had to go into the blue tent because of it?
I heard about a sub with Jackson Dart. I didn't know what happened.
Yeah, so it was a third down play. He was taking a snap from the shotgun. Brian Flores drew up a blitz. Jackson Dart didn't check into the correct protection, and
Mhm.
ended up taking a monster hit and was on the ground for 4 to 5 seconds before he got up, and had to go to the blue tent. And of course, in the preseason, that's a scary thing. That's definitely something you do not want to see from your second year quarterback. But it is alarming to me, or would be if I was a Giants fan, in thinking it this type of situation where defensive coordinators, especially in the preseason, they're not drawing up unique blitzes. It was
Mhm.
straight, it was a straightforward blitz that Jackson Dart missed. And so if he's missing those in the preseason, and he took a lot of hits last year, he was in the blue tent a lot last year. What type of punishment is he going to take if he doesn't start to see these pre-snap?
Yeah, and that's something with Jackson Dart. I don't know, man. He's always been kind of a question mark to me too. More of a project because if you look here, because like you were saying, like it's nothing complicated. It's not, you know, it's just a basic blitz. Oh shit, there we go. They're gonna show the replay. Mm, that's crazy though. I mean, maybe he hit his head there at the end, but here we go. Mm.
And he wasn't even looking at the defender. Like he
And
had
then
no idea.
that's why I share my screen because he's not even realizing there could be a blitzer from that side. Which even as somebody, I mean, you're a lot more advanced in football than I am, but I mean, I immediately caught that he had no idea that dude was buried down. And if you're the New York the New York front office, you got to be holding your breath watching that too.
I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't see the field much again this preseason. They can't take a risk on him getting hurt.
Who's their backup?
It's Kyle Allen.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh man, let me see. New York Giants.
I think
No, or no, it's Jameis and then Brandon Allen and then Jake Hayner. I thought they just re Oh no, the
Brandon
Saints just released him.
Brandon Allen. Sorry about that. Yes. Yeah, Jameis from will probably be the emergency quarterback most of the time if I had to guess. But um, the other thing that stood out to me a lot was the performance of Fernando Mendoza. He played a really solid few series. Obviously, got them in the end zone, made a few throws in tight coverage in small windows, and was very precise and accurate.
Yeah, and it's best of luck to him being in Vegas because he seems just like a straightforward forward dude. But yeah, no, he I mean they
Hold on,
draft.
real quick.
Uh-huh.
I gotta say this on the head. I liked his press conference a lot afterwards too. And if he can be that true leader that that Vegas team desperately needs, I feel in a few years he might be able to turn that franchise around because I don't know if you saw his interview, but they were
Yeah,
asking him,
I heard on the radio.
yeah, asking him what he plans to do that night, and he's like, "I'm gonna go home and review tape. What else do I have to do?" Like that's the response that you want from your number one draft pick. What else do I have to do tonight? Nothing. I'm gonna review tape all night long.
Yeah, man. I mean, and the Raiders too. I mean, they're gonna. We'll see what happens defensively, but I mean, their offense, I think, is gonna take a step up. That division is just so tough, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a gauntlet in that division.
That's like if the Raiders were in the AFC,
South.
so I don't know, man. Jaguars might be good. I just think the
Yeah.
Texans are not good enough offensively. Their defense is amazing, like amazing.
No, I know, but where else could you put the Raiders? You know what I mean? Like you're saying if you put them in the AFC, like you're not going to
North.
put them in the AFC.
You're not going to put them there with Pittsburgh and Cincinnati and
That's
Baltimore.
true.
You're not
Yeah,
going to put.
I guess
You're not
you're
going
right.
to.
You're right. Yeah,
It have to be the South.
yeah. But I don't know, man. I think Trevor Lawrence, the king that was promised. I mean, and they haven't been bad over the years, man. They've just like they make it to the divisional round with him. They lose. I don't even. I know they had to come back against the Chargers. I forgot who they lost to the next because they went to
Kansas
the
City.
AFC Championship. Wait, oh, Kansas City, right? Yeah. Um,
But no, Jacksonville won 13 games last year. And their coach was what's his name? Leo. Oh God,
Liam
his name.
Cohen.
Liam Cohen, thank you so much for that. Liam Cohen. I was going to say Leo Cohen, but it didn't sound right. Liam Cohen, um, first year head coach. They won 13 games. Trevor Lawrence.
Mhm.
This is why I had such that vehement disagreement with Nick a couple weeks ago when he's saying he hasn't seen that much improvement for Trevor Lawrence. I thought that's an asinine statement. I have seen a plethora of improvements from Trevor Lawrence over the course from his rookie year till now.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence, I mean, because his legacy, if I'm not mistaken, he was pretty much the number one quarterback coming out of high school, I think, or just about. And then he wins the national championship as a freshman. He gets picked number one. And he's only 27. Damn. I thought he was closer to 30 for some reason. So yeah, he's still pretty young, but yeah, no, I mean, he has improved year by year. I mean, 2022 and 2023 respectively, he completed around 65% of his passes. It was down about 5% in 2024 and 2025, but it's still over 60% completion percentage. Um, Last year he threw 29 touchdowns to only 12 picks. If you told me Trevor Lawrence is going to be my quarterback, I would have no problem with that. Over a good amount of QBs like Mahomes, no. Allen, no. Stafford.
That
I mean, I'm at this point in Stafford's career, like if you wanted to just straight up trade Lawrence for Stafford and give the Rams Lawrence, I might take that.
yeah, if we're talking about over the next 5 years, sure. But just for this going into this season, I'd still much rather have Stafford, of course.
Yeah, dude's a baller, man. All right, that's my quarterback, like T.O. said. Yeah, man, I just think the Texans aren't good enough. The Colts, they're a work in progress, and then the Titans, they might win 5 games.
I don't
So
even five. From everything I'm seeing out of training camp and the reports coming out, Cam Ward has been struggling throughout all of camp.
her Carnell Tate's been balling.
Yeah, that was my pick for offensive rookie of the year, by the way.
Um, did you see that the Saints and Cowboys got into a fight and Scott Steiner's son suplexed somebody?
I did, and it wasn't a fight. It was
It was a
six of
fucking
them.
brawl.
Six of them. And here is the man, Justin Duncan.
Sorry,
He
fellas.
pro
My phone was dead and I had other things going on, and I was like, "Oh shoot, what time is it?"
Bro, I thought you came across another bear while you were driving or some shit.
No, 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 no. I'm all good. It's all good. I'm good.
Just tell the bear to hit the like and subscribe button after he mauls you.
So a couple things that Ian and I were talking about. We both kind of went over this a little bit here. What was there anything that stood out for you at all during the preseason week one?
No, no, not really. Except that the Patriots need a new kicker. I could
Um,
probably kick better than their Andy Borregales right now.
I was telling Ian one thing that stuck out to me in a negative way, as far as a Giants fan with Jackson Dart. How I don't know if you saw, but he got absolutely annihilated on just a basic blitz that he didn't even see coming from a mile away.
Yo, and again, blue tent.
Yeah, again. So as far as Ian showing it again.
Hmm. But look at this. He don't even see where it's coming from.
Right.
And Casey was saying too, it's not the most complex blitz in the world. It honestly, maybe did he? I guess
He was just off the edge and he didn't see it.
his head
It's not
slammed
like
against the ground, I guess. Oh
it's not
yeah.
like they just ran a simple blitz off the edge.
Do you blame Do you blame the? I mean, obviously, the sack is the result of horrible offensive line um,
But it's
play.
Jackson for not catching the blitz pre-snap.
That's what I was going to say. Do you put that on? Who do you blame more, the offensive line or Jackson Dart for taking the hit?
100% Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, obviously it was poor offensive line play, but you got to know when a simple blitz like that is coming when you're the starting quarterback.
It
Um,
looked like it was a blindside hit. He looked right at him basically.
and then another thing that Ian and I were talking about, I don't know if you saw it. If you didn't, Ian can pull them back up. The two absolutely phenomenal touchdown receptions by Camden Brown.
Oh, I saw them. Unreal.
And here's what I was talking about with Ian, right? Is when it comes to Camden Brown situation. If he keeps performing at the rate that he is throughout the course of the preseason,
Mm-hmm.
that's great, of course. But where does he really fit into that offense?
I don't know, because you got Lamb, Pickens, Ferguson.
Illinois.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably the fifth or sixth receiver on that depth chart at best right now.
Oh, Ian's pulling it back up.
Look at this. This is the first one from the great who that was the quarterback again? We just said this shit a second ago.
Sam Howell. Sam Howell.
Oh, Sam Howell, right.
It wasn't Joe Milton.
No, Joe Milton doing the second one.
He said, that's my ball. You ever see Fairly Odd Parents?
So what I liked about that, Ian and I were talking about, is obviously great hands in order to get that ball in between the defender, of course, but
Mm-hmm.
his body positioning, almost like a basketball player boxing out the defender from the backside in order
Yeah,
to be able to keep position on the ball too.
right.
That's just good receiver play right there.
Look at this
Mm.
one.
And this is the second one. It's just all hands in this one.
Well, I
That
saw
was
the
mad.
second. Okay, I didn't see the first one as much as I saw the second one. The second one is the one I saw.
Just a one-handed snag.
Snagged it. Yeah, that's the one I saw. I didn't see the. I hadn't seen the first one.
With
Okay.
the body extension, too.
Now, one thing that I could see happening, I don't know if I like it because I like the evolution I've seen from Ryan Flanoy. I really do. But obviously, he's not taking Lamb or Pickens' spot at the 1 and the 2. We know that's not happening.
No, no.
If they can develop him throughout the course of the preseason and get him to where they feel comfortable getting rid of Flanoy, because Flanoy almost had 1,000 yards last year as a number 3. Like, he's growing and growing every year, too. And
Right.
so my concern of it would be the stunting of the growth of a Ryan Flanoy if they were to get if they were able to get him more involved in the offense post preseason, which if Camden Brown keeps making plays like that, I think you kind of have to though.
Yeah, but those are highlight reel plays, but the highlight reel plays don't necessarily get you on a roster
No,
necessarily.
but he's been killing it
But the
off
flip,
camp though
but the
too.
flip, anyways, remember a highlight player too gets you. Hey, you made Sports Center top 10, but you still suck because
There's been a bunch of dudes in different sports like that.
Now, no,
exactly.
absolutely. We know preseason means nothing. Like it means absolutely nothing. And so who knows what's going to happen? I hope. Yeah, Justin, I got to agree with you on your very first point too. Because I watched that Patriots and Colts game. Holy shit, is he bad?
It's probably better than
Borgalis is
Borregales right now.
awful. He's awful.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, and obviously none of the starters played really in that game, so there's not really much of anything to take away other than that. There's not really any big question mark. Gabe Yakis got some work in, so he's the rookie who was kind of holding out the longest to sign his rookie contract. He's getting some work. Um, Today at training camp, though, both offense and defense beat the Eagles in joint practices today, which is a far cry from where they were just 2 years ago when the Eagles had joint practices with the Eagles again. They couldn't get off the damn line of scrimmage. Today was a decisive win for both offense and defense at the joint practice today.
AJ must have loved that.
AJ, I don't think, honestly, I mean, yeah, but I don't think it was that as much of a vindication sort of thing. At least according to him, he was saying it's all love today. That's really what it was. He's just out there and balling. But again, at the same time, you know it had to feel good to stick it to them.
Well, you know it did because you saw the lip reading right on the side of the
yeah.
on the whole team when Drake May was asking about Jalen Hurts. He's like, "Nah, I don't really fuck with him." And Drake May kind of looked at him like side eye after that.
Right.
I don't know if you've seen that, but you got to look it up. You could clearly said something about Jalen Hurts, and AJ looked at him. He's like, "Nah, I don't really fuck with him."
No.
I was shocked.
Um, Going back to that game real quick, actually, nothing on the Patriots stuck out that much, but what stuck out to me on the Colts, how is Anthony Richardson still not figured out yet?
There are a lot of quarterbacks we could say they were drafted high and said, "Wow, why haven't you figured it out?"
As talented as Anthony Richardson, though, it's
Justin
just
Fields is
pure,
probably more talented than Anthony Richardson. I would
he's
argue.
more he's more athletic. I don't think he can throw the ball like Anthony Richardson.
Oh, before I forget, Vita Vea signed an extension with Tampa. Well, I think it
Oh
was one
wow,
year.
I had not heard that.
Yeah, it
Good
actually
for
came
him.
out probably like an hour before, or like 30 minutes before the show.
Okay.
What do
Um,
you guys think of Von Miller to Dallas?
I don't know, man. I forgot he was in the league.
He had 9 sacks last year.
Who did?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I did hear about that on the radio, and then I felt stupid listening to it. Like, oh, I didn't realize he had 9 sacks. He was playing in not Buffalo.
Washington.
Where was he?
Washington.
Von
Oh,
Miller?
Washington.
Yeah, Von Miller. Yeah,
Forgot about
it's his
I,
swan song. It's his last run. It's his last season. So
right, but here's the thing for Dallas, right? They signed him on a veteran minimum. Even if they get 5 or 6 sacks out of him, it's still a win for them.
that.
if you get 35 or 40 tackles out of him, you got a good win, good value out of him.
And you get the leadership that he brings. It's a high
That's
reward,
the
low.
biggest
It's a
thing.
high
That's the
reward, low
value of
risk.
that pickup. That's not the stat sheet production. It's the veteran leadership in that defense.
Right, but he had 9 sacks last year. That's still good for any player to get 9 in the season. If he can get 5 or 6 this year, I'm happy.
Give me a better player on the Washington defense last year who was better than Von Miller. One.
Bobby Wagner.
But Wagner's also been injury prone.
Yeah, but he's still better than Von Miller at this point.
Okay, but basically they're both in the twilights of their careers.
I hate Bobby Wagner.
Um, but no, like I said, it's a very, very, very
It's a
low
solid
risk.
pickup. It's a solid pickup.
It's a very low risk. Like they're paying him veteran minimum. They're paying him basically nothing in
Yeah.
NFL terms. So basically
He
nothing.
wants to win
But
a. He's from Texas. He wants to win one with the Cowboys, I think.
the leadership that he's going to provide to that linebacker room, especially to players who can play like DeMarion Overshown, even Caleb Downs, who is going to play linebacker here and there when he's rotating out from the safety position. Just the type of leadership and mentorship that he can give them. I love this pickup.
Is Van Der Esch still there?
No, he retired a couple years ago.
Okay. I don't know why I thought he was still there.
Um, I mean, and especially with you guys having Quentin Williams, like you guys have talent, and you guys also have veteran leadership, and then you have really young guys like Caleb Downs, and your offense was never the issue. I got so frustrated watching the Cowboys because I'm like, their offense is fast, and then you guys' defense is, oh, they scored again. It's
Oh,
only been a
geez.
minute.
No, at this point, I mean, Dallas really doesn't have any excuses not to, at least on paper, not to make it at least the NFC title run.
I think they're the. I mean, the Eagles. I'm not gonna say the Eagles are gonna just fall off, but what I am saying is,
The
I think
Eagles are going to
Dallas.
take a step back compared to last year. That's for damn sure.
Well, I mean, what they win 12 games last year. They had to play in the wild card round. I know they were like the 3 seed.
I think they were a 10 or 11 win team last year. I think. But
Yeah,
either
I
way,
mean, you think they're going to take a step back because although Saquon is still phenomenal, he's not the Saquon from 2024 anymore.
nope.
That 400 touch season really did kind of put a damper on him. Obviously, the loss of AJ Brown's going to be huge, dependent on how good Makai Lemon ends up being. That could be a huge factor. Devontae Smith is going to be his first time as a true wide receiver one, so we'll see how that goes. Um,
And do you
and
really trust Jalen Hurts in the long run?
no,
No.
I'm gonna miss watching Makai Lemon at USC, man. That dude caught everything that was in his
he was
direction,
really,
man.
really good in college. So, you know, if you put straight up potential for potential, he probably could be better than AJ Brown at some point in his career. I just don't know if it's going to be next year.
Who, Makai Lemon?
Yeah,
That's pretty bold. AJ
He's
Brown.
got some big shoes to fill. That's for damn sure.
he does. He does.
Hey, I'm kind of with Nick, man. Like I'm just sick of AJ. I mean I guess he's in a good situation in New England, but God, he irritates me, man.
There's anybody in the, and I mean, Drake's got no excuse not to have a be comfortable with his receiver core. Um, the only thing that's going to derail him really is either him getting hit on a scramble or his offensive line screwing up.
There's
Yeah.
one other thing that I wouldn't say could get him, but one other thing that I would be slightly concerned about if I were a Patriots fan watching Drake May, and that's just how his mentality is coming into this season based on his poor performance to the postseason. Because quarterback is such a mental game that he cannot have that in the back of his mind. He needs to be completely let go of it and play
I think
free.
he has because if anything, I mean, I'm not sure you've been keeping up with their training camp at all, but he's been lighting it up, and
Yeah.
he has.
Sure, training camp, yes, but that could change once the bright lights truly come
This
on.
is true, but
Time
he's
will
also
tell with that
the
one.
difference is he's also taking much more accountability for his own screw ups, even in training camp. So,
Good.
which is what you want out of your franchise quarterback.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely, it is.
Absolutely,
Um,
yeah. But with something like that, with the mental thing, especially being a quarterback in the NFL, it's I hear guys say a lot of the time, and then they we'll see when the rubber meets the road. But AFC East is going to be a two-team race. The Dolphins to win 3 games have like plus 300 odds. They are going to be they're going to be bad, man.
Speaking of odds, quickly mention Jordan Baez from the Cardinals hitting 3 home runs in his
Joshua Baez.
Joshua Baez, thank you, hitting 3 home runs in his MLB debut. Do you
crazy.
know how much money you would have made if you put bet that he would have hit 3 home runs in his MLB debut?
A lot.
Over $7 trillion.
What were
Well, how much
the
have you had?
What's that?
How much did you had to put down to get that?
And $10.
sports books going to be like, no, it was a malfunction. We'll offer you a free steak dinner.
No, it's more like, you know what? No matter of fact, you owe us $50.
Don't come back.
Over $7 trillion if you had put $10 down on that.
And Ian has died.
If if I had won that, you never would see me again.
Justin be on the
I,
fucking. You be like, I feel like you would go to like the Caribbean or some shit. You go to Puerto Vallarta.
No, actually, I wouldn't. No.
I'd buy the Cowboys.
Oh, speaking of buying, I don't know if the Lakers were
We talked about it
purchased,
last week. Yeah, we talked about it last week.
but they just sold the remaining shares, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Well,
they
Jamie
did?
Buss is trying to stop that.
Yeah,
That family is so screwed up. It's like the Kardashians.
I was telling if the Cowboys ever get sold, that's gonna be the biggest transaction in the history of
Oh, by
history.
a mile.
Or
It's
By
the
a
gonna
Yankees.
mile.
Or the Yankees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, no, the Cowboys will be more just because they're worth more as a franchise, but yeah, the Yankees would be pretty substantial too.
I mean, the Steinbrenners have owned this since what, the 70s?
Something like that. The Broncos before I think the Lakers.
Broncos selling wasn't a big thing, really.
The
I
Walker
don't know if
Payton.
you guys saw Forbes did release the most valuable franchises in sports, and once again, for like the 100th straight year, it seems like the Cowboys were number one.
But I think it's undervalued at $12 billion. I think it's way undervalued.
Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
he was 15 this year.
I still think it's undervalued.
You think they're worth more than $15 billion?
I do.
They were 4 billion above the second place NFL team.
I think they're probably closer to a 20 billion mark than 15.
Let me take a guess what team that is. The Raiders?
You had the first letter right. Actually, the first two letters.
Ravens?
The Rams.
Dallas Rams.
No shit. I mean, once ever since we've been back in LA, it's been so Holly. I mean, the Rams were
It's the
LA's
market.
team.
It's the market. That's why.
Yeah, that's true. And Dallas, I mean, it's the stars so iconic, but I mean that Dallas metro area is massive too.
Yeah, but that's more of just the. It's obviously not marketing like LA. It's weird. It really is the star. The
You
star is
think
just
you
so
think that New
iconic.
York would garner a major franchise? I mean, fuck, the Jets are more valuable than the Patriots, which is weird as hell because the Jets are just ass. So are the Giants.
But it's New York. I mean, 'cause,
Exactly.
I mean, the Patriots have won what, seven Super Bowl? Jets
Yeah,
have one in
six.
1969.
1-6.
Do you think
Same.
it will probably happen at some point? But would you put the over or under on the next 15 years? Someone overtakes Dallas in the NFL is the most valuable franchise.
No, I wouldn't take that.
I think it's going to happen at some point. It has to.
Not in the next 15,
Not,
20.
no,
No.
I don't think so. It's all Dallas needs is one Super Bowl. They're gonna ride that like the
But here's the
'08
thing:
Celtics ride
it's
the.
the pursuit of the Super Bowl that makes them so valuable because they keep like, we're gonna get it. We're one step away. We're one step away. We're one step away. We're one player away. And at some point, someone's got to get off the can. But
I mean, that's kind of how I felt with the Cubs too. Like once the Cubs finally won, everybody was like, "Oh, who do we cheer for? The lovable underdog." Like the Red Sox too, but yeah, that's how. Because you're right. The appeal with the Cowboys is that they're fucking losers. But I don't know. I feel like if the Cowboys were winners, like that would be football would be more popular. As
yeah,
crazy it is as it sounds. But they're kind of like plankton. They don't get the secret formula. No, that was a terrible example. But
We're talking about them as if they don't have five Super Bowls. Like, let's not act like they're just a
you
loser
guys
franchise.
had
no,
nobody's
it's
ever
not like
sent
they
a
haven't ever won. I don't want to insinuate that, but it's been so long since they have won, and it's the whole prowess. Like, we're one step away. We're one pick away. We're a Tony Romo Bosch field goal away, kind of shit.
nobody's ever sent a text message about the Cowboys being in the NFC Championship game. Think about that.
In your lifetime, not a single person.
That's going to change this year, fellas.
We got
There's
one.
no excuse why it shouldn't.
Oh
Because it's
yeah,
already in.
I mean we're standing in their way though, so that ain't happening. But we got 1 minute. You guys ain't beating the Rams regardless. Have
I
fun
agree.
losing another year.
I don't think we're going to beat the Rams, but I think we could make it to the NFC title game where we probably fall for the Rams.
Lead us out, J Dog.
Well, it was thunderstorming out earlier. We need a towel.
See y'all
Kelly,
for
we'll see you in
part
part
two.
two.